Good morning and welcome to the BlackUSA.News Donnie Glover Show. And my name is Donnie Glover. I guess that only makes sense, right? Hope you had a great weekend. We are here this morning on one of my favorite topics in the whole wide world, STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And thanks to our very dear friends at STEM NOLA, including Casey McGee, we have with us Ani and Malaya, and they are, do you know each other?
Yes.
We're twins.
Good stuff. Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Why do you like STEM?
Um, I don't think we had a choice to like STEM. We kind of fell into it, and then we developed a love for it when we were doing it.
How did you fall into it?
Our mom saw the STEM NOLA program. Our grandma saw the STEM NOLA program on the news, and she just knew we had to get involved. And we went to our first STEM event, and we spent the whole time building this one robot. We didn't even look at any of the other tables or anything, and we just were hooked. And then we forced our mom to get us like the robot as a Christmas present, and after that, all our Christmas gifts were STEM gifts.
Okay. So is the robot nearby?
Oh no, it's at home.
Okay. So you think this is something you would want to pursue?
Yes, definitely.
Well, in the future, I want to be an environmental engineer, and Malaya wants to be a.
Oh, I'm sorry, a surgeon.
Well, all right. My daddy was a bit of a surgeon. Now this might make you laugh. No, he really was. He was a funeral director. So he's a mortician. So they weren't live. I guess if he did anything wrong, nobody felt it, right?
Yeah.
Wow. So okay. Will there be any overlap of the robotics and the medicine? Are you gonna maybe invent some new innovative ways such that years from now they'll be making a Hidden Figures movie about you?
That's the dream, and I have my engineer right here to help me with all the building stuff. But definitely, I can come up with the concept for sure.
Hmm. Let me ask you: do you find enough people of color, Black people, in STEM, involved in STEM?
What's the NOLA is kind of different because we are in New Orleans, so it's a black city, and most of the people involved in STEM are black. So we do have a lot of representation in that sense. But I would say nationally,
Yeah. Everywhere else, no, but here more likely. But I've yet to find a black environmental engineer nearby.
In New Orleans,
Hmm.
I have a best friend who's an environmental engineer. He works for one of those three-letter people with the government. We're up here in Baltimore, so right next door is Washington, D.C., and a lot of uh, national stuff. NASA's
Hmm.
up here. I mean, we have our own branch in NASA and National Security Agency, CIA. I mean, DC's right next door, but he's an environmental engineer. Oh my God. And he's always, you scientist types, are you braggarts? I mean, he is always using these like 6 and 7 syllable words like deoxyribonucleic acid. Like, I'm impressed by that.
No, I'm no, we don't use big words usually.
So, in terms of history, have you come across any Black scientists that really have caught your attention? I mean, especially this being Women's History Month. We just came out of Black History Month, although that's all year long, as well as Women History Month. We always want to know who came before us. Anybody inspire you?
Well, I recently met Dr. Robert Bullard over December when I went to a conference, and I think he has become one person I would look up to because he's he's considered the father of environmental justice, and like he's really intelligent. He has like a bunch of books, I think like 30, and he just really intrigued me the way he speaks, the way he talks, the research he does. He's just really amazing to me.
Okay. You?
Well, it's easier to find black doctors than environmental engineering because it's less niche. Probably my cousin because she doesn't. She graduates med school in May. Um, and she's really been an inspiration to me because she's had no mentor through the whole med school process, and that's really inspiring because med school is really, 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 really hard. So I hope that she'll be my mentor when I go through the same thing she goes
Pardon my ignorance. What grade are you in?
Of the 12th
through. 12th
grade.
grade.
We're seniors.
Okay, so being nosy, what classes have you taken in math? How far did you go in math?
Right now,
Pre-calculus.
yeah, we're in pre-calculus.
Oh, I hated that class.
It's pretty bad.
It seemed like a never-ending nightmare. And those people who really
my
got it,
favorite.
I didn't like those people. I never dated a really smart math girl. I mean, my God. X equals negative B plus or minus the square root of B squared minus 4AC all over 2A. That's way too much information. I know that because I had to go to summer school. I couldn't work that summer. I was traumatized.
It was pretty traumatizing. I can't wait to graduate just because I don't want to take pre-calc again.
Yeah, it's a nightmare, like you said.
So have you ever heard of NSBE?
Yes, we attended a Nesby camp when we were younger.
National Society of Black Engineers. If I'm not mistaken, their headquarters is like between Baltimore and DC. And then we also have STEM City USA. Those are the people that sponsor the show, stemcityusa.com. And so are you wearing the Oculus goggles yet?
No.
No?
Mhm.
We got to get you some Oculus, with the virtual reality. Have you
Yes,
seen
we
them?
do know.
Yeah, we
Yes.
have seen them. They look a little
Well,
scary.
yeah, they are. You should see the dog looking at me like, Daddy, you've lost your mind. No, I have a friend, he does a radio show and he's all on Facebook. It's weird, but somebody's videotaping him wearing the goggles and he's playing tennis or something.
That's cool.
We had a STEM fellows thing where it was architecture based, and they used the Oculus to watch the renderings of the buildings, so you see how you like be integrated into the building. That was really cool. That's the only time we've ever used one though.
Oh, I think you both deserve a pair. I mean, they're only like $300. We have to find you a sponsor. You're much too brilliant. So let's get to that. Have you made the connection between STEM and money and making money?
Um,
Do you know what you're worth? Do you know your value? Do you know how much money you can command from an employer right now?
I don't know. Hopefully, a lot of money.
I think I would need a little more confidence to like be able to ask for more money. Like I would need like a mock interview or something like that. But I think I know my worth.
All right, let's get it done. Good evening, Miss Mitchell. Welcome to STEM Company with all of the money. What are you applying for?
I'm applying for an engineering position.
Okay, and what kind of engineering? I mean, there's electrical, mechanical, technical,
Environmental.
environmental. And why is this important to you?
Environmental engineering is important to me because I believe that the ever depleting environment is important and that we need to help sustain our planet for the future.
Well, how do you what give me one suggestion. For instance, we depend on oil. We're heavily dependent on oil as a nation. And one of the big challenges is transporting oil across the water from one land to another without it spilling into the water. Any suggestions on how to control the oil?
That's a hard question.
Yeah, it's hard, but we got to save the planet. Okay. I'll back up. What about the polar cap? Like with the polar bears, the world is melting all of the ice. How do we save the polar bears and ice caps?
Well, first off, we need to start with like the oil usage and stuff like that. That helps heat up the planet, so that's why the ice caps melt. So we have to regulate businesses on their oil use, and so they're more sustainable, so we can lower the temperature.
I know, Miss Mitchell, but what's going to happen is when you pass your law, one of these companies that has more money than us, they're going to pay you. They're going to pay you to be quiet and not write your report and not send in the federal government. So then what do you do?
Then what? I don't know. I guess keep fighting, get more money so I can beat them.
You're not going to let the money change you.
No.
Now, see, if you hold on to that, that's a real resume characteristic that I would want to see, where someone is not bought by money. When you look at Africa, you can have resources across Africa, gold, magnesium, the stuff is diamond, but we can rarely try land. Somebody from the water controls land. And a lot of times they pay African president to turn head. It's money. You just look for don't look for that's what that's out. A lot of things left in a big oil. These are the kind of things you'll be with. Okay, what about the doctor? Where's the doctor going to work?
I want to do.
Doctor.
I'm sorry, we can't hear you.
Where would you work?
I think I want to work in.
I don't know.
Doc, where do you work?
What do you?
Where do I work?
Where are you?
Would you work? Yeah.
Where would
Do
you
the
work?
work right now. No more school. You got to go to work right now. Where do you want to work?
Honestly, I want to own my own practice because I really something about the hospital just seems very stuffy, and I want to be able to manage my own time and just take care of people when I want to because I still want to have a family and be able to go on vacations and stuff. And I don't think being a doctor can withhold me from that.
You, hold up. Just the last, doctor. I didn't hear.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Doctor. Okay, you doc. Did you say doctors don't go on vacation?
No, I'm just saying they don't really. Sometimes their job keeps them from going on vacations and keeps them from spending time with their family, and I don't want that. I want to have a good work-life balance. Mostly life stuff. I want to be able to do more life stuff rather than working all the time.
Your phone. That was a joke. Cut your phone off. Don't answer the phone.
I try to do that, but
Because you can't for you can't. People gonna be sick. Go on vacation and get a good partner to cover you while you're gone. But if that's the case, doctors would never go on vacation. So I gotta ask you this: do you think self-preservation, Dr. Mitchell?
What do I think on what?
Self-preservation.
Oh, self-preservation. I think it's very important because how are you supposed to do your job well if you're not good mentally and physically on your end? Like, I don't believe in doctors overworking themselves because at the end of the day, you're responsible for someone's life. And if your life isn't in order, you can't take care
Well, listen, and Engineer Mitchell, they tell me I'm having feedback. I guess I got my connection, but joining us this morning, and we'll have to go back and the acknowledging a little bit. We wish you absolute best to you, and thank you so much for this, Malaya.
Thank you.
them. Thank you for having us.